What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing fantastic out there. So I've got one for you that a lot of folks are already talking about. I'm excited about this. This is a company I've been wanting to get in front of the camera for quite a while. This is brought to you thanks to the Lefty Pass Around, so you'll make sure to show him some love. But we have the American Blade Works Model 1, and this is the button lock version. So this one has been upgraded with skiffs. So there you can see factory has the plastic bearings. So this may have a little bit of a different action, especially since it's upgrading from the plastic bearings to the skiffs. Normally with upgrading the skiffs, I don't think it would make that big of a difference, but here it may. So we'll take a look at that here in just a little bit. But again, this is the Model 1 button lock. So they do have the Model 1 and Model 2. I believe that this dictates the blade shape. This is the drop point. And then this has the America Fat Carbon. I love that. America Camo Carbon. Excuse me, my fault. Which I love that name. These are priced right around $350. And are, as states on the website, 100% made in the USA. So that's a pretty awesome claim. I do hope that is true. Being 100% made in USA is a very great thing, especially nowadays, and especially at that price point, $350. That's pretty doggone good. You guys know I'm a fan of the Dead Reckoning knives, so those guys are in that. For the Magna Cut blades, they're like $375 if I'm not mistaken, and those are almost 100% made in-house, but they are made in the USA 100%. So it is really nice to see these American companies really battling it out and knocking out some amazing blades under that $400 price point. So let's go ahead and jump right on into this guy. So there you can see, and I'm sure you've seen it already, just not even zoomed in, but you have this amazing micro milling on the titanium. It is textured, but it's really strained. It's like it gives you texture, but not what you would think. Like it's smooth but textured at the same time. It's really interesting. And even the carbon fiber has the same micro milling in it. Fantastic. The inlay is done very well. There you have the ABW logo and the captured pivots. I actually like seeing that crescent like that cut off. So it's not a perfectly round pivot. I do like that. There's your button. It is almost perfectly flush when the blade is closed. Taking a look at all your hardware there. The hardware looks really good. It is a reversible inset pocket clip. Come around. Well, let's go ahead and look at the backspacer. So you do have a scalloped backspacer, half length pocket clip. It is not deep carry, but it is a really nice milled pocket clip. And there you can even see some of the milling lines on the pocket clip. Really nice stone wash on that. All of your hardware as well. And then you have your Made in USA on the pivot there. Beautiful. Again, I love that America Camo Carbon. It's, reminds you a lot of Nebula Fat Carbon, but I just love the name. I mean, let's be honest. It's the name. So we'll go ahead and take a look at all the screws here. So that's going to be a T10. So there they all. Let's see. Wait a minute. So, are those not T8s? We'll pause for just a second, and I am going to figure out what size these are. All right, so just what I thought. So these are, they look like T8s, but they're T7s. So you have a T7 body screws, and you've got a little bit of wiggle, nothing crazy in those. So these are Weehaw bits that I'm using here, but none of my T8s fit, so they've got to be T7s. T6s were way too loose. And then the pivot is a T15. So there you go, T15 on your pivot. So got to be a little bit extra with these guys, I guess. Yeah, so we will go ahead and put these bits up so I don't forget to do that. And get this put back over here. So yeah, so let's go ahead and crack into the blade. Ooh, that was a nice little action. So, oh god, I love that. I honestly did not know about that. So I love having the vertical milling lines left in the blade. I think that looks really cool. It's not going to help with slicing because it definitely has texture to it, but it looks freaking cool. Again, there's your really nice drop point blade. Looks to be a stonewash on the flats, potentially a stonewash blade. It looks like, yeah, it's stonewashed. Go ahead and take a look at the grind. There we can get that reflection for that grind. Looks good, and we can go ahead and take a look at the plunge grind. So the plunge grind is fairly short, and it's done pretty well. So you've got a nice little sharpening choil there, and the grind on this side looks very symmetrical. Tip looks perfect. No billboarding. Only thing you got on this side is it just says MagnaCut. So fantastic so far. I'm really liking it. That first open was fantastic. The action seems to be really nice. It's not the strongest button lock detent I've ever felt. Definitely not the weakest. It'd be very easy to slow roll this guy. But I do like the overall action. God, listen to that thing. God, that thing has a thwack to it, doesn't it? Man, I'm loving that. I can see why everybody raves about it, for sure. Fantastic feel in the hand. It's a very neutral handle shape. Seems to be the going theme here as of late with these videos. So I'm doing like 6 or 7 videos in a row tonight. So I'm going to be trying to keep the same energy level through them all and try to remember talking on my talking points and try not to screw this stuff up. But you guys know I am anything but professional. So forgive me if I miss anything. But very ergonomic handle shape. I love this thing. I am probably going to, not probably, I'm going to have to pick one of these things up. It's going to take me a while. Those in the know, but it's been a struggle the last little bit, where I'm extremely thankful for the pass around group. Again, thanks to them, this is a pass around knife. So this has been an absolute godsend. Golly, I love this. Reverse flick's good. Oh yeah. I'm in love with this thing. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what they offer, but I wonder if they do any sort of DLC coding or anything like that. The only complaint I'd have is it's a little too, I don't want to say blingy, but a little too blingy for me. It's a little too shiny. I like my knives a little more darkened up. Honestly, I could take with just like a coated titanium, and even having that blade with the grind lines in it, or the milling lines in it, it kind of darkens it up a little bit. So I could even do that. The satin blade with the or the milled line blade, or whatever you want to call it, bacon, or whatever you want to call that. I like that, and it's not heavy at all. So there's got to be, oh yeah, there is a ton of milling in this thing. I don't know if you guys can see that in there, but there is a ton of milling on this thing. So super lightweight. Take a look at the blade. So yeah, it's sharp. It's definitely sharp. Like I said, as far as slicey, it's not going to be super slicey because of those milling lines, but it's definitely sharp. No issues there whatsoever. Nice and sharp. Speaking of weight, let's go ahead and take a look at that weight. 3.7 ounces. So pretty good weight, and I believe this is a 3-inch blade. Let's see here. Yeah, a little less than 3¼ inch blade. I'm not going to try to do measurement right now. A little less than 8 inch overall. Yeah, I really don't think there's anything not to love about this knife. Thumb studs are great. God, that thing whacks out there with the thumb studs for sure. That just when you load up with that, I mean, like I said, my only nitpick would be I wish that had a little bit stronger, and it may be just the spring itself. But I do wish maybe it was just a little bit stronger of a quote-unquote detent there. But it doesn't need to be, so that's not a complaint. It's just a nitpick. Yeah, fantastic blade. Ergonomics, again, just stellar on this thing. I mean, like, borderline perfect. I don't... And those that understand this will understand this. So I'm giving this manganese steel level comfort in the hand. Like, that's high praise right there. That's like, just incredible praise. Like, this thing feels really good in hand. Yeah, so if you don't have one, pick one up when they're available. I know they're hard to get. I do know that there's like a dark mode version, or there's an exclusive version for Blade Bench. It's supposed to look really nice. Check them all out. Grab one, even if it's the standard version. The button lock version, I think, is probably going to be the one I go for, just because I do like that button lock. But I'll have to check out the other versions as well to see what's available, see what's out there, and see what the pricing is like as well. But I think I want a Model 2, because I think the Model 2 is a Warncliffe, if I'm not mistaken, or sheep's foot blade, if I'm not mistaken, and that's definitely more my style as far as blade shapes is concerned. So, but all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you all for watching. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please click that like button. Subscribe if you aren't already. Comment down below. Let's start some conversation out there. So just remember, in the real world, be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Take care.